Sheltering over 1 million refugee-like populations is not easy for any nation, and Bangladesh, being a developing country with severe space and resource constraints, the challenge was enormous. Yet Bangladesh managed the humanitarian crisis with courage and compassion. However, Bangladesh cannot bear this enormous burden for an indefinite period. At present, around 2.65 million Rohingyas are residing in various countries around the globe, while only less than 500,000 still remains in Myanmar at internment-like camps or in similar condition. If the security situation and overall condition in Rakhine State do not improve significantly in the near future, the remaining Rohingyas might get compelled to take refuge in other countries.
It is first time that a government like the government of Bangladesh has built such huge facilities for the displaced persons in compared to any other country, spending around $350 million. And more or less this island, of course it is called Bhasanchar. Of course this is the name. That means it is a floating island. But island cannot float. It must have been stuck to the ground. That's what we have seen. So when these facilities were actually built, many would probably say that, people will not be safe there. Cyclone and everything would come and probably take away the people. Deaths would come in any day and every day. So there are a lot of apprehensions by the donor countries as well as by many in the world. But those have been proved wrong. We have taken the ambassadors, high commissioners from Dhaka to the island and shown them the area, shown them the building. The building was designed actually by one of the British firm and was also built according to their instruction. So they are as good as any other building or any other land. That's first thing. Second thing is, that the Cox's Bazar, the area where we are putting the, of course, that is also the largest refugee camp or, camp for the displaced person in the present world. So that's very congested, and a lot of people are living in a very congested area. Whereas the Bhasanchar Island is quite big, quite open. It is exposed to the, mangrove as well as to the sea and every area. So better life, first of all, they will live in a building, not in a thatched hut. And they are provided with cooking gas there. And they have a room, they have beds and everything. And rain or otherwise it can hardly probably disturb them. Even the cyclone did not disturb this time when it came. Fishing, there's this island. Rohingya communities in Myanmar, they were a fishing community basically. So here they can also go for fishing. Then of course, there's a big playground here, open playground. So that a lot of people are playing almost every day, whether we talk about football or any other game, that's part of the life now in that way. Boating is of course there. And you can say that cultivation or breeding of various types of goats, buffaloes. There are almost 3,000 buffaloes in the island, So they can also be employed there, These are also helpful. It's not that only the buffaloes you can get milk and everything else. So I would say what the Bangladesh government has done is a very, very wonderful job they have done, is spending their own money, unlike many other countries. There are countries who do not even allow other countries' people to come into their countries. They have built shelters in some other countries, maybe 500 miles away in an island, that they are putting those people who are trying to, go to that particular country. So instead of, the government of Bangladesh getting applause from those countries, we are sometimes getting a negative report, But these are unfortunate part of the issue.
If there is work there for them, if there are livelihoods that they can pursue there, if there are schools for their children, if there are opportunities, economic opportunities for them there, if there is the promise of maybe of becoming citizens and becoming established there. So if there are these strong incentives that are created for them there, which the Bangladesh government could do, then yes. On the other hand, we have to be very conscious of the fact that this island could be at risk in terms of flooding and sea level rise and so forth. And it would be very bad if Bangladesh were to make them go there or encourage them to go there when the island itself is under threat, climate threat. So it could be a solution, but it should, of course, also be the case that refugees are never forced to go anywhere, that they are allowed to go and look and see these things, or look and see, visits to see if it's feasible, that they should be the ones to decide, maybe encouraged, because it's not only that refugees can choose, but conditions have to be right and good, and make sure that everybody sees that these conditions are right and good, and that there should be no compulsion, no forced movement of people, refugees, to these islands. But it could work, possibly, or to other places in Bangladesh that are more, feasible. So.